Hello. Mike remembered to do my intro this time, so I didn't look like a fool standing here when it started without any kind of warning. Welcome all. Hello, hello. We're going to make some holiday cards today. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. So I have a lot today. I have some surprises. I have some cards. I'm going to make some cards, and I'll do giveaways at the end. So we've got lots today. I'm glad you're all here. So I don't know if you saw it, but I put up a pre-recorded video this morning using some of the new Concord and Ninth and Kristina Werner products because it's a really fun holiday release that they both had. And I knew I wanted to do this live, but I also wanted to do more than I could fit in this live, so I did the video this morning. So if you haven't seen that video, you can go back and watch it later. We're going to play with some more of the products today. Welcome. Oh, I'm so glad everyone's here. Hi, May. Hello. Hello, Diana, Cindy. I'm glad you're all here. So I have some surprises today, and as far as I'm concerned, it's the best kind of surprise you can have, and that is two of my good friends. Mike, can you bring in who I have today? Look it!
Hey,
Hello.
Jennifer. Hey, Kristina.
Hi.
How are you guys?
Hi, Greg. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi.
We have Kristina Werner and Greg from Concord and Ninth. As you know, the Concord and Ninth makes and sells Kristina's line, and they had a new release this morning, which I used some of it in the video. But I said to them, "Hey, do you want to both go live with me on release day?" And they said yes because they're really nice.
We'd love to. And I have to give a shout out to Kristina. Happy first birthday to the Kristina Werner collection.
Oh, I forgot.
1 year
yeah.
old.
Yep, she is. What her line is 1 year old today. It was your inaugural collection was the holiday collection last year. So that's so fun.
Yep.
So
Yep.
fun
And it's been a
little
whirlwind
celebration.
year.
And Concord's
It has.
10 years old, right?
Yeah, we are 10 years old. Yep.
And I'm 50.
Yeah.
But not
I
in the
turned
craft
44.
world. In the craft
I
world,
turned
you're
44.
a young one. You're a young
There you
one
go.
in the craft world. How long have you been making cards, Jennifer?
I don't know. Maybe 18 years, I'd say.
See, you're still a teenager.
Wow.
Still a teenager.
Coming of age. That's what you are.
What about
You're
you
coming
two?
of-
Gosh. Well, I started making cards maybe in 2006 because I was scrapbooking at first, and then I got into
Yeah.
cards.
Yeah.
So 2006, so at 19.
Yeah, about the
So
same.
I started in the card making corner of the industry in 2010, so 15 years. And then I did start in the craft and hobby industry years and years ago. I worked for Provo Craft, which is now Cricut.
Yeah.
And that was
didn't
like
know
20
that.
years ago. Yeah, that was how I actually got my
Wow.
introduction into this industry. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, pretty crazy, right?
And
So
we're keeping you.
yeah, you
ya.
can't get rid of me.
Real quick sound check. Does anybody's volume need to go up or down? If you could leave that in the comments, that'd be great. I'm hoping it's okay.
Yeah.
So what
Chances
I
are
thought
it's
we
me because I always have technical issues. So
no, you look
I
great.
drew the short stick today.
thanks.
Well, my camera was having problems.
We're crafters, not tech people. Well, Kristina's a tech person too, but
Yes,
I
she
can
is.
try to be.
I know.
You-
There you go.
Just
Christina's-
enough to be dangerous.
Christina actually figured out what was going wrong with my whole setup all along, like all these years. She actually helped me troubleshoot that, even remotely too. And she's 5 minutes down the street, but through
Yeah.
text, she was able to fix it
Yeah.
all. So impressive.
It's true.
If I lived 5 minutes down the street from either of you, I would be at your place all the time. I don't understand why you guys don't see each other more.
You'd have a guest room.
Well,
here.
Yeah, Jennifer, just come out, and then we'll just all be here all the time. So it's just
Okay.
we're busy. Christina and I, we're running all the time everywhere. Christina pops
Yeah.
in from time to time, and then I'm like randomly
Yeah.
somewhere, and but we see each other in passing.
That's like, like the Opal sisters, Susan Opal and Beth Opal.
Yeah,
They
Yeah.
live like 20 minutes
10
from
minutes
me.
that
But
way.
when do I
Yeah.
see them? When do I see them? When we're not in this, like when we're out of state. That's when I see them.
Yeah.
it's true.
It's just funny. It's just crazy.
And I
All
get to
right.
see Kristina soon. She's coming to visit me. So excited.
Yep.
Okay,
Oh,
so
that's awesome.
here's what I would love to do today. I know that you both, well, first, let me rewind. One of my favorite things to do as a card maker is to hear the designer's like side of a product, like maybe like what they see with it. Sometimes there's like little elements that I miss, but the designer designed really well to get those little details and such. So I think it's fantastic to hear from the designers. And so that's why I wanted you both to be here. So I thought you could just quickly show the product and any examples that you have. Then I have a few examples I'll also show at the right time that, that I did in my video this morning. And then we're gonna play some after with some of it. So we won't spend too much time going through I know Kristina has somewhere she needs to be too, but we'll spend a little bit of time just looking at the new stuff and hearing their view of it and seeing some examples. I thought that'd be fun. Does that sound good?
Awesome. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Kristina, do you want to go first since you've got somewhere to be?
Sure.
It's your
I
first
will go
birthday.
It is. It is. Just one. I'm one.
It is.
Be gentle. I'm a baby.
Can
Okay.
you put Kristina in focus? We're gonna put Kristina in focus
to my
here.
overhead too. I'll
There we
switch my
go.
overhead, too. Okay, so this is the September 2025 release. Let me zoom out because I feel like it's like really zoomed in. Okay, let's start with, well, I'm going to start with the first things that I designed, which is the Winter Greenery. It's like this big suite of products. There's 6 products. They all have kind of a similar, well, the same imagery. But so it started out with designing the stamp set right here. This stamp set
I
with
love
the
it.
2 poinsettias, all the stems, everything, you know, I was like, okay, this is going to be so fun. I can like put things together, build a little scene with all the different foliage and everything. So here's the 6x8 stamp set. So I thought, you know what? We definitely need stencils to go along with those. So I've got a stencil set that will help you ink up all the stamps. And then, of course, we have dies that go with it, right? So every single image, every single greeting can be die cut using the coordinating dies. So
And you also
I
have some
thought
extra
that's-
words in there, right?
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, this is you wanted to know about design stuff and designer speak.
Yes.
When we put together a die set like this, if there are really big open spaces like the interiors of these shapes right here, if they're left open, you've missed an opportunity to add another die, right? Because there's space.
Mhm.
So I put in joy, love, and peace, just for some additional little dies in there. So this is the Winter Greenery bundle.
Can I
This
ask
is the
a
one that
question?
goes with this. Yeah.
When you add those little words in, like if it's in an empty space, does that cost more, or is it like, does it cost more to have those extras in there?
Greg? I don't
No,
think
it's
does.
no, it actually no. So that's we try to like maximize every square inch, right, of
Gotcha.
that die set, like Kristina was saying, because how they're manufactured is it starts as a sheet metal piece of like a big sheet of metal, and the chemical etching process, like eats away at the metal that's no longer there, and then it leaves behind the dies. And it actually, it really maximizes and allows us to stretch those dies further, like in the design, and then you as crafters are able to stretch it even further. So,
Well, I appreciate that you put in those little dies, and then even on your stamp set, if there's any little gaps between bigger images, you put in those tiny little details as stamps too, and I appreciate having all of those extra details.
For sure. I mean, I like to think if there's an empty spot on a stamp set, there's room for a heart.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that people are like, oh, I have 5 million hearts and all these different stamp sets. But you know what? In the moment when you're crafting, you're not going to remember which ones have the hearts and which ones don't.
absolutely.
So if it already has one in it, then why not? So these are the
Yes.
3 cards I made using the Winter Greenery 6x8 stamp set bundle. So as you can see, we've got the individual images die cut out. We've got a little stem up here. And then on this one, I just did some faux dip dye. I stamped
pretty.
the images first and then watercolored over the top. So when I was designing this, I'm like, okay, these are going to be so fun to color and to use the stencils. But then I said, you know what? I love to paint and I love to color. I wish I could have all of these together and I didn't have to mask any of it. So
yeah.
I'm like, what's that say? Hold my beer. So in comes
You don't
the
drink
winter
beer,
greenery.
Christina.
I know, it's gross. I hate it. The winter greenery background stamp. How about hold my Dr. Pepper? That's my favorite soda, of course. So the winter greenery background stamp came about. I'm like, I love this. I don't have to mask. If I want, I can use the stamps from over here and I can pop them up because they're the same size as what's on the background. So you can really use everything together. But then I thought, like, this just kept growing. It kept going. I thought, you know what? I'm going to want to cut out this edge. I'm not going to want to fussy cut that. Like, that's a pain, right? So in come the dies.
Yay.
And then like we were talking about, if there's an interior space, we got to fill it because on this background, we only need the one die, right? So it's this really big die out here. And then I filled it in with some greeting dies. And I was planning to do a greeting stamp or a greeting die set anyway. I thought, I'll just combine them. I'll just put the greetings in here with this as well. So this has Merry and Bright, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Warm Wishes, and Merry Xmas.
And shadows for all of it too.
Absolutely. And then of course we have the stencils. So if you don't want to do the fussy painting and coloring, you could just do your ink blending through the stencils. And there's 5 stencils in the pack. So you can color the entire background image. So,
Kristina, what I love about Kristina's collections is she really does do these kind of suites of product, which I love because if you're looking at doing like a really coordinated like set of cards and things, I love that you got that big background, but then you have the individual components. It's just so nice and like a seamless, like if you're picking up this whole entire bundle of stuff, it's great.
Yeah, I love this so much. And I know like last year I came out with some poinsettia stamps, which I still love. But then I feel like I improved on it with this set because these are like nice and wide and open and really fun to color. So these were inked up using the stencils, die cut, and I did like 2 of them. And then I put them together. In fact, there were still enough cut off the side here from this one here that if you wanted to, you could like put on a whole other card, right? So that was with the stenciling and then the die cutting. And then here's one where it was just the stenciling, but on top of a colored cardstock. So
that is so
pinks
pretty.
and kind of purples with there. And then, of course, I had to paint it because that's why I wanted the background to begin with, right? So this one, I actually watercolored with Concord and 9th inks. I don't know if you guys knew this. You guys probably have. But you can smush your ink pads onto a slick surface and pick them up like watercolor paints. So that's exactly what I did here. You've got some plumberry and some poppy and cranberry. Love the juniper and the rainforest. Yeah. And then, of course, I had to do some little white paint splatter because, snow and all. So
someone in the chat, real quick, that little extra piece you had, somebody mentioned that would make a great tag. That totally would for like a little shaped,
Oh,
like
it would. You could like turn it around this direction.
Oh, that's nice.
Cute.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to do with this big set, but I didn't get the big background stamp. I gotta get that one. I have the die. I want to do where the front of the card is cut with that die. So like the front of the card is shaped, and it's like a flap that you open up to the inside. Does that make sense? So like a shaped front to a card, because it's so big, awesome. It'd be perfect for that.
So it's almost like if this was a fold, you would like, boop, like open it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fun.
Love it.
That'd be fun. I love that. So this is the Winter Greenery background stamp or background bundle. So there's that. Set those aside. Got so much stuff all over my desk here. Okay, next up we have a background stamp. This is the Deco Star Easy Repeat background stamp. So this is like, it's holiday-ish, but I think it's really year-round. Mm-hmm. But the idea behind this was I wanted to have a background stamp that could repeat in like all directions going out, so that if I wanted to create something bigger, or I wanted it to be limitless on how it could actually be used, right? So where did my cards go? I set them aside.
That's so clever.
Like missing. Okay.
So you can use that. It's a 6x6 stamp, but you can do it on 5x7.
Yeah.
It's a little smaller than 6x6. I just have to warn you, it's a little smaller. But On this 5x7 card, I only had to stamp it twice. I stamped it kind of hanging off the bottom and then have it hanging off the top. And I was able to fill the entire 5x7
Beautiful.
card base. So it's super easy. You can kind of see how the pattern repeats. You've got these diamonds right here, and then, you know, just repeat, super easy. So I'm calling these easy repeat background stamps, and I actually have more coming out in the coming up months. So the idea is not going away. We're going to see it return. So here's another one with that stamp, and I didn't repeat it this time. It's just on an
I
A2
love
card.
that.
Yeah, I love how you've got like the round edge coming in.
Yes.
But if I was to stamp with the diamonds, you could have the little diamonds on the edge too. I just thought that was really fun. And
Well, and I love
then
that it is totally holiday. If you like, you can totally, like you said,
Mhm.
like you can use it other times, but the color choices you've had there, like absolutely a beautiful holiday
Yeah.
background.
And then here's a Hanukkah card, and I just have it hanging off the end here. And this is kind of a little sneak peek into this next bundle I'm going to talk about, because these greetings are all from the Joyful and Merry bundle. So I don't know if you guys remember but my release last year, my first release, it had a stamp set that had a Merry and Christmas. And it was, you could stamp it, you could die cut it, you could use the actual die cut word. I just wanted that versatility. So this is that same idea, but with smaller greetings. And we have Joyful and Merry. And then you've got it over here repeated. You have the Joyful and the Merry as an actual die itself, but then you have like the shadow dies that also coordinate with the stamped version. So you can, I'll just show you on the back here. You can stamp and die cut, or you can die cut both layers. So you have some versatility. And then there's a bunch of greetings over here. We've got Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and holiday and New Year's, and it's just a bunch of different things that I think could work for different holidays and occasions throughout the year. So I do have one more card that uses this bundle, and this is a sneak peek for the product coming up next. But here's where I die cut the Merry. You can kind of see that really popped up. I think that's like 3 layers of 100 pound cardstock or 110. And then I've just stamped and heat embossed those other kind of like sub greetings or those phrases to finish it out. So this is the Joyful and Merry bundle. I think this is a really good one. I also, because I had the space, right, for the dies, I included 2 narrow strip dies. The wider one could be used for the greetings that have 2 words, like 2 lines. But then the narrow one can be used just for the little one. And these are 5.5 tall. So if you have my Essentials dies, I think they were only 4.25 long, and this is 5.5. So
see, this is why I want you here. That's so good.
to point out all the differences. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's this. And then I think we just have one more item in my release.
Hold on real quick. That Merry would look really good with, wasn't last year's called Merry Builder with the big bold Merry?
Yes.
Yeah.
To put like stack it on top, like do the big bold Merry in the background and put the beautiful cursive on top.
Ooh, that would be pretty. Yeah, the Merry trees.
Did you letter those yourself, Kristina?
I sure did.
Those who are interested, you can get Kristina's very own hand lettered look. I love them. They're beautiful.
Thank you. So the last product in my release for September is this stencil pack. It might be my favorite out of the entire bunch, just because it packs a punch, right? So there's 6 stencils. I've been loving doing 6x9 stencils, so they're large enough that you could do 2 card fronts at the same time. So in the stencil set, one of them is the full design. So if you don't want to mess with changing ink colors all over the place and dealing with layers, you don't have to. You can do just this one right here, which I used for these 2 cards right here. So they fit together just like that. And I cut them apart. So if you want to keep it simple, you can use the full design right here, right?
And fast. I like to use that stencil on the envelope flap too. If I use all of the layering on the card, you make the envelope flap match. I forgot to do that on my video today, but that's good
a great
for that
way to
too.
kind of incorporate it. I love that.
Yep.
So then you have the background. So this is just the background. And then you have 4 other ones that will fill in all those little interior pieces of the trees and the candy canes and the ornaments and the stars and things like that. So let's look at a couple other cards that I made. Here's one where you can kind of see quite a bit of that pattern. This is a 5x7 card. So you can see all the different little elements in here. You've got the little holly leaves and the tree and the star and things like that. So there's that right there. I changed it up with a blue background. I thought kind of blue would be really fun. So that's Harbor. It's a nice blue background.
Love it.
And then for this one, you already saw this one a few minutes ago, I used evergreen, that green color, for the background as well as one of the other stencils. So it gives it a really overarching green theme. I think it just gives it a little bit of a different look. So it really makes the pink and the red pop. Thought that was really fun. So, I did want to do a bunch of like pastes over this and actually ruined my first one. You want to see it?
Sure.
Yeah.
I happen to have it right here. I put it over the top. I'm like, oh, it's going to be all glittery. And it was too thick of an application and it was supposed to dry clear and it didn't. Can you see the color difference on that?
I was like,
Wow.
It must look worse in person because it doesn't look that bad on camera. I mean, I'd take that card.
That's true.
Still really cool, though.
It's a very subtle sparkle. I think I
I
just picked
see.
the
Okay.
wrong paste. Yeah, I just
that
picked the wrong
happens.
paste.
I love the
in
concept,
my head,
though.
I really wanted it bright. Yeah, I really wanted it bright, and so I just redid it. It wasn't a big deal, but I just thought it was funny, and I thought I'd show you that, a little behind-the-scenes look. But, yeah. Okay, so I think that's all on my
Hold on.
cards. Yeah,
A
that's
couple
everything.
questions, and then I have my cards using these products I want to show. Somebody asked what inks and cardstock you used for that nice blending.
Oh, for this one up here?
For all of yours,
one?
I guess.
Oh, well, all of the cardstock, I use Nina Classic Crest Solar White. Sometimes in the 80 pounds, sometimes in the 110. It really doesn't matter. You have the same finish on both. For the inks, I used all Concord and Ninth inks. And if you want specific colors that I used, I think in my walkthrough video, I share which colors I used for all of this. This one in particular was Tide Pool, Juniper, and Midnight. So just a little bit of midnight at the top to get it a little darker. Yeah.
And if you want to see these cards, they're all on, if you go to Concord and Ninth, you'll see the Kristina Werner at the top. You click that, find these products, and under the product image are these cards, so you can click to see them. And then you'll do videos for some of them too, right?
Yeah, in fact, I filmed making all of these cards, so I'm really hoping I have time over the next week or so to pull together like a really good compilation video showing all of them being made.
Good.
Kristina, there was one question earlier with the card that you had like strips of paper on, and somebody was wondering what those colors were. And real quick, before you tell what the colors are, I love the colors you chose on that little sprig. I'm obsessed right now with yellow greens with like the blue greens together.
Greens, yeah.
And that's, I think that's so trendy right now in color. I love that. But yeah, what are those stripes?
Yeah.
Can you recall?
So I'll just say this one's Stardust, that yellow, and then this is Tide Pool, Juniper, Rainforest, just a little bit of Rainforest to darken it up. So these over here are, let's see, Cranberry, Poppy, Ballet Slipper, Powder, Tide Pool, Juniper, and Midnight.
Amazing.
Love it.
So yeah,
good.
I always pick like a color palette for each release. And this color palette is very similar to last year's, except I wanted to bring in some Juniper, Tide Pool, and Rainforest. So I'm adding a little bit of those blue greens in, but yeah. Okay, I can't wait to see Jennifer's cards. I have not seen them.
Mike,
I didn't
can you
even see
switch
your
to me?
video this morning.
That's all right. Okay, hold on. Let me see. He's trying to get. It's complicated with 3 of us. Hold on. So there we go. Okay.
Oh my God.
So I used the icons stencils. And I was able to create one background, cut it in half, and get 2 cards. And I used Wildberry and Sweet Pea for the pinks. For the greens, I used Parsley and Evergreen. And then, I don't know if you can see in the background, I used silver pigment ink over the background stencil.
Oh, that's cool.
Very cool.
So, super shiny.
What is it? Lisa Horton, is that right? Lisa Horton ink?
Lisa Horton silver metallic. And then, so I cut them up, and then for this one, I wanted to make a tree. So I stenciled the tree portion, and I just cut it out with scissors. It was easy because it's all straight lines. And I did a technique where it flattens, but then it arches. So it pops up. So it looks like it's floating and it stands up on display. And you
I
just write your
love that.
personal message on the back. And then this one I put on a card base, but this one also has that kind of pop up. And I'll show how to do that later with another example, but these are in my video from this morning. But I love those icon stencils. Any of your layering stencils that or the larger, so you could do 5x7 or 2 backgrounds at once. Last year you had the berries. Remember the berries from last year? Oh. So I did a similar thing with the berries from last year with the gold pigment ink background. So I did silver this time.
Oh yeah, those were pretty.
There we go.
That looks so great.
And these sentiments are
that there is
Concord and
not
Night.
just a regular card from Jennifer. There was always something special about it.
Yeah.
I love it.
You know, outside of that she made it.
I'm not good with coloring or blending, so.
You got that engineer brain. I love that.
Yeah, the engineering mind at work.
All right, so cool. And the sentiments are Concord and Ninth. So now Greg can go through his products, and
I want to see it.
We can call out when he shows those. Okay, let me switch to Greg now.
And I work with a team of designers. Jen and Julie are our full-time product designers. I did design one of these bundles that was it's part of our release, but it was also part of a Scrapbook and Cards Today event. But it's holiday themed, so we released it into our regular lineup. So let me switch my camera real quick. Okay, so
I'm excited because I have not seen these up close yet. I'm excited.
Let me show real quick. We have 3 paper packs. I just wanted to show these real quick, just because these are color palettes you'll see throughout the cards that you're going to see. So one is Festive Christmas. Last year we had a few colors, a few paper packs. That we came out with. So this is our Festive Christmas paper pack. They're all the same price. This one comes with 9 colors, so you get 2 each of 9 colors. This Cozy Christmas right here has 3 each of 6 colors, as does the Traditional Christmas. And each of them comes with some specialty papers in them as well. So this one's white chunky glitter in the Festive Christmas. This one comes with champagne foil, and then matte silver foil. So I wanted to let people know that those paper packs are in our shop, and they're kind of the palettes that we've chosen to use with our release. So I'll start with something simple here. This is the center. This is the Holiday Charm inlay die. This is really fun because it's kind of a one and, oh look, we just recreated that right there. That exact
there you go.
But what's fun about these is if you're a puzzler, like I love doing puzzles and things, the inlay dies are great because you can cut out in a few colors. You have your one fallout piece, which is the rainforest here. You glue that down to your card base, and then you just piece everything back in whatever colors you want. And we just went with some really fun traditional colors and then threw in a little bit of, I believe that's eucalyptus right there. So that is the Holiday Charm inlay die. It's a great little standalone die. So starting off simple.
You could always die cut that and put glitter paper behind it and just have that show through if you don't like doing inlay. There's a lot of ways you can use that.
Totally. And here's a triple step evergreen stamp set. So this one, it comes with a die set that has a cute little joy bow, ways to decorate your tree up a little bit. We liked it just to have kind of a little bit of a abstract kind of tree, kind of blobby, and you can layer those up really nice. This one we did 1 layer in white embossed powder there, so it looks like a snow drift, kind of on the tree there. So that is triple step evergreen. That's a really fun little set. What's nice about this release is we have some that are smaller bundles and then some that are a little more bigger and built out. This is another one of those smaller bundles, like the triple step evergreen. It's the Christmas crackers, the little popper type things. And these could actually, outside of Christmas, could double as candy pieces and things like that. But really fun, kind of a playful look there, but very quick to mix and match different ways to make these Christmas crackers, and creates a really bold graphic card. You can see this one here, if you know, like if you change that out, it could be a great little birthday card. If you changed it
Yeah.
to like less holiday
And there
colors.
doesn't
Um,
the die set have the word hooray? So
it does, yes.
yeah.
So
So you could
it's
use it for
right
holiday and
here in the
non-holiday.
die set. Yep. And so, and like it could be a great little New Year's card as well. So that was kind of the intent with that, is it kind of takes you through the holiday season, but then also great
Yeah.
little set to use beyond. Um, Here we have Sleigh Full of Cheer. This one's fun little builder set. Lots of different gift sizes, different sleds, so you can do. They go different directions, so you could do
Oh,
kind of this diagram style card, which I
that's so
love. I love
cool.
taking like small components and stuff, and like just kind of that diagramming it up, kind of flat lay looking. Or
Yeah.
you could just stack it up here like on a little sled. And then this one we
Look at
use
that
some of these
bow with the strings coming
the
down.
like
I love
yeah
it.
the like really
Hmm.
whimsical, and there's a few little curve like an S curve shape and a round one, so you can create a little scene if you like. And then there's also little kind of confetti looking snowflakes and stuff in the stamp set, so you can build it out that way.
So that could
So that
also
is
be used to create birthday presents, right? You could use pattern
oh
paper for the
absolutely,
boxes. Good.
yeah, totally. Um, Sorry, I'm cruising through because we have a lot of bundles, and I want
That's
to make
okay.
sure I give you plenty of time, Jennifer. But we have Winter Bouquet stamp set, and this one's kind of fun because it's a little, it's different. We had like this vase, and we decided like let's make the sentiment around the vase, right? So, um, here is the die set, pretty simple. There are two sentiments that fit with like that reversed out look. A very Merry Christmas to you and season's greetings. But then these little sentiments as well work within in that. So if you had that on like a solid piece of cardstock and just stamped joy to you and yours. And then it has all these fill-in pieces. So it actually, even though there's like a lot of colors and stuff going on, it makes pretty quick work um, of
Wow.
stamping these. So I love this one right here. I just think that's like a beautiful,
Yeah.
soft, kind of classic. There's something like vintagey looking about it to me. I don't know. I love this one.
Is
Hmm.
it that's stamped?
This here, or the
Yeah.
whole thing? Yeah, the
No,
whole thing is
the
stamped.
poinsettias on that one is stamped.
Yep, they're stamped. Yep.
Wow.
So
Oh,
it's
I
actually
see.
taking. So we what we did on this one is we
Oh.
took um, the leafy parts right here, but we omitted the berries because those
Oh,
can be added on afterwards, these extra pieces. And so what it is it's just the main poinsettia and then the leaves, and then we just added a few little extra leaves there. And then this
gotcha.
season's greetings actually comes from. I'll just hold that
One of
on
my
real quick.
favorite sets. I love this set.
This is a really fun. We wanted a overall, just a lot of different ways, like the idea here was different sizes, different font treatments, different type, all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
so that you can have. So you can see here, like on this card, just it's like that really just um, nice, like thin line and things. But then we have that Merry and Bright that you actually used on your
Hmm.
card with Christina's stencil. But then we have a few samples here.
Oh,
Like
that's
we took
fun.
that fa la la and just was really playful with that. And then
I'm gonna have to swing by and pick up the stamp set, Greg.
we got one for you. We're good for it. We got one for you. And then here's another cute one with just like a simple plaid background and
Ah,
little, um, yeah. It just lots of different options, and it's great because you have all the little dies and things that can cut around things. So we even have the dies to cut out the fas and the las. So that's so these were able
that
to
is
be able
so
to
cute.
layer it up. So thanks, yeah, a lot of fun. So that's a fun little bundle, Season's Greetings stamp set, and that's where this guy comes from in the
Can
Winter
you show
Bouquet
that
stamp
stamp
set.
set, that poinsettia one again? So that
Yep.
middle image right there, I see. So that
Hmm.
you stamp that in green, and then the poinsettias fit into it,
Yep.
and that so it saves a ton of time. I get it. Okay.
Right.
No
Yep.
masking.
And that
Yes.
no masking, and that's what it builds kind of around. So you stamp
Yep.
that down, then you know where your poinsettia edges are going to go in there, and then
Gotcha.
from there you can add wherever you like. You can add these little branches that add the little extra leaves and foliage and things like that. And so it really like I know this
So
looks
versatile.
like a
Yeah.
lot of complex stamping and stuff, but when you build around that, um, it's really easy. And there
Wow.
are also dies too. So if you wanted to do like this one here is more of like just like a um, made up just the die cuts and stuff. So
Cute.
yeah, it's kind of a fun, but like I absolutely love this card. I don't know, there's just something about it that just feels
Hmm.
classic. I don't know. So, um, okay, what next? Let's do. I designed this one. This was actually part of the. Okay, believe it or not, our very first and
Stop
only
it. So
Santa
cute.
set. We've never done Santa, you guys,
You
ever.
haven't?
Like
What?
that's never. Like this is the first time. So this was actually designed for Let's Stamp Together, the program at
Yeah.
Scrapbook and Cards Today. And we'll typically release those at a later date. And so we're releasing this. So if you aren't part of the Let's Stamp Together program at Scrapbook and Cards Today, we have this available now in our shop. So these are really cute, as obviously you can see
Love
like
it.
large oversized tags, but really cute. And I'll show you how this comes together because we actually use stenciling and masking. And so a lot of this is just white cardstock, and then you're building in the details around this. And
Hmm.
I designed this one so like I can explain. Like I was like trying to be playful with the Santa face and
Yeah.
have like that like little shadow under the brim of his like fur hat, and stuff like that. And I liked playing around with the shapes, and stuff like that. So here cropped him so
That's
he's
so
peeking
cute.
up off the bottom of the card. This one just has the ho ho ho. So there is a die set, a stencil set that creates the whole entire Santa's face, right? And then the stamp set itself goes in and fills in with like greetings and things like that. Then the die set actually can cut out the entire Santa face. Um, and then there's a few other things like a talk bubble and like this little joy that I had on this Santa head right here. That we can just layer over top of his little beard there. So really fun. So somebody said they just got here, and yes, it is me, Greg. So,
It's Greg and Christina.
it's Greg and Christina and Jennifer. So really fun.
Hmm.
That's Jolly Saint Nick bundle, and I just love it. For our first time ever doing Santa Claus, it was kind of a fun one.
I'm going to
So
use
Um,
that one in
cute.
a bit because I want to do something fun with that. You can make a shaped card with
nice.
that too.
Yeah, it's a very large image to play with, so there's a lot of
Yep.
fun things you can do with that. Here we have Joyful Wreath dies. So this one's really fun, and Jennifer, yeah, like that card you sent me yesterday when I blown away. So um, really fun. This makes like a very classic wreath. I love the round shape, kind of the mistletoe leaf. Just instead of like a traditional pine or holly berry or holly leaf. So it's just nice and soft. And then there is some of that nice faux stitching details that are included in this. So you can do a border if you align that with the top and bottom of your card. Creates a very nice faux stitch on there. If you don't want to do all this piecing, you can just use the faux stitched wreath if you want. But we made sure in the process of designing this that we gave you plenty of, so you don't have to cut this out like 300 times to get one wreath.
Oh, it makes such a big difference that
Just
you did
yeah,
that.
the
Hmm.
idea. Well, we know with holiday crafting, especially like if you're mass producing anything or making more than one of something, the idea is, well, let's try to make like remove some of the unnecessary steps, right? So that's what we did there. Um, but it's just a really fun classic Christmas. And it's a little more on that cute side, but there's still a sophistication to it that I love. So that is Joyful Wreath bundle.
Hold on. Can I go? Can I
Yeah,
go ahead and show my card
yeah,
with that from my video? Mike, can you switch
yes.
to me? I'm making Mike earn his keep here. Hang on. So there we go. This is the
Ah,
other card that's in
Oh,
my video today.
stop it.
And
those
so
colors.
I used, I wanted to just show, because I knew he had like I guess not more playful, but more, I don't know. I wanted to show an elegant version of this too. So I used sea
Yeah.
glass, eucalyptus, and what was the other one? Juniper. And I think I only had to cut like twice from the different colors cardstock with those two big dies to cut all of those leaves.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take that long. I put a little bit of white pigment ink on the tips of the leaves.
Fun.
Then I used glitter paper
all
for the
frosty.
berries. And I also made the bow bigger by doing 3 overlapped. And you can see I used, can you see the faux stitching on the top and the bottom?
Yeah.
Which you can use that on any card. It doesn't have to be this one. It just adds some interest. And this one's another one that flattens and then it pops up and it stands on display. So this is
so pretty.
This is from the video earlier. So you can go watch that video to see this made. And this sentiment is from that same one that has the big Merry and Bright. And the reason I like that sentiment set so much is there's so many different styles. And that Merry and Bright works so good with this icon. But this one's also in that set. So you get a good variety. And I think, is the Holly Jolly in that one too?
I think it might. Yes, it is.
And
It
the
is
cool
in that.
thing
and
is-
then there is a die to cut it out.
The cool thing about how you guys did that too is the Holly and Jolly are actually one stamp. They're 2 blocks close together. And then the die is one die and you lay it on top and it cuts both of them out at the same time perfectly. It just,
Love it.
huge
Love it.
time saver. So anyways, I just wanted to show,
That card looks.
This
It
way you
looks
do
like
that. You can switch.
like that flocked. It almost looks flocked or like
Yeah.
oh, it's so pretty.
Fuzzy.
I love it.
Yeah, it does. All I did was pounce your white pigment ink on with a Tim Holtz ink blending tool. You just pounce it on the tip. So that's all you need to do. It'd be funny
love
with, or it'd also be pretty with, not funny, pretty with maybe a little rock candy glitter from Tim Holtz on the tips of the leaves too.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that'd be fun too.
That would be so pretty. Okay, we have a stencil pack here. This was actually just meant to go with kind of like one of those unifying elements across the full release. There is a little kind of like sweater image you can see here on the card. We just did kind of tone on tone there. And then we just finished off with that season's greetings. There is a this little berry and bough kind of looking stencil in there. There's also a diagonal that creates a nice plaid, and then a snowflake that we also, I believe, let me see real quick. One of these cards we did, you are not going to be able to see it on the camera actually, but we used that technique to use a stencil to like create that like slightly embossed look or whatever.
Oh yeah.
With the
embossing that.
snowflake. Yeah. So yeah, it won't show up probably on camera, but this is a great little stencil pack though to create nice quick backdrops for any of your cards. So there's that. And then the last 2 bundles, and these ones are 3-dimensional, so it'll be kind of interesting to show this. So in August, we came out with these accordion fold dies, and for the holiday release, we came out with the tree farm. So these fold down flat and fit in an envelope, but I just love it.
Anyone
It creates
hearing the Taylor Swift Christmas Tree Farm song in their head right now? That's all I
I
can hear.
don't know the song.
I'm saying.
Oh, it's a good
I love
one.
it.
Yeah, I'm with Mike. I'm
amazing.
thinking Christmas Vacation, the movie.
I actually go to Christmas Vacation, but now I'll have to go listen to Taylor Swift too. But
There you go.
yeah, it's just so cute. It kind of has that nostalgic, like, going to pick out your Christmas tree fill, and even just a little car on the front there. So really fun. We love a good interactive 3-dimensional card. So, but
And
what's
what
fun
did
about
you-
these?
What's the name of the
Oh, yeah.
card base set to create that again? Because I did a video last
It's
month on it.
accordion. Oh man, it's a accordion card based dies, I think.
Okay.
But if you look up accordion, you can find it on there. But yes, it is a nice base die that gives you all the pieces, and then these are like builder sets where you can go in and build your scene out however you want, and you can build all along the accordion folds there and really create some nice depth. These just show like some other fun little
Yeah.
cards, that are just more traditional. But what's fun about that, I love when you can take something that's like a specialty kind of bundle but it does create traditional cards too. Like if you only have a few minutes to create like a standard card, then you certainly can use this set still, but it's really fun. I just
Yeah.
I'm like you, Jennifer. I love like the engineering behind things and like how things
Yep.
can come together, and that's what really gets me excited with card making. And so,
The
big
string
fan
of
of this
lights.
one.
Look at the string of lights in
Yeah,
that. Did you look how
yeah.
detailed that is? Those are enamel dots, right?
Those are enamel dots. Yep. But you can just use. We do have in the die set. So if you don't care, if you don't have enamel dots on hand, you can cut this out in some foil paper, glitter papers, or just colored paper as well that you can then um, just go along there
Love it.
and make your little string of lights. But yes, this one we did use enamel dots. So
It'd be
pretty
fun just to do a card front with the string of lights just going back and forth over the front of it.
I had
That'd
the
be so
same
fun.
thought, Jennifer.
Hey, there we go. There
I
we
don't know
go.
if you
Maybe
need-
we'll
okay,
make that
that's
this
a
weekend.
really fun idea. I love it. That's awesome. So
Greg, some people are asking, when will that accordion
Yeah.
card-based die set be back in stock? Do you have any idea?
let me find out. I will text the team, and they're all sitting outside the door from where I
A
am.
few.
But I will text them in just a sec and get that
Okay.
answer for you guys.
That's fine. A few people asked. That's why.
Yeah, no, that's good. I guess people have been enjoying it if it's out of stock. I didn't even know that.
Next one.
okay.
Stop it.
So this one's really, really fun, and I think, yeah, I saw Jennifer playing with something earlier with this, but this is the Yuletide Lane dies. So I'm going to show you the back of this because this will show you real quick. You can create a fun accordion fold-up card. So different type of accordion than what I just showed you. This creates like much larger scale houses that you can then fold up. And we were thinking
So
it'd be fun
thank
as like
you.
a team here to do like everyone on the team designs their own house and then we like connect them all
Oh.
together. And then it's kind of like
that'd be cute.
our C9 team village. Christina, you should come by and do yours too.
It would be
with
so
us.
cute on a mantle.
Mine's
It
going to
would
be
be,
like,
right?
yours are all going to be connected and then mine's going to be off by itself on the other side of the mantle because I'm so far away.
We're like, and then there's Ohio all the way over there.
And you don't have to make
Because
this
you'd
holiday
yours
either.
three-dimensional. I was
Yeah,
thinking you
I
would be
would.
separate because you would make it three-dimensional.
I know.
You'd
That's
add
really
all
true.
four walls and
Jennifer
could.
would end up taking this and then like, yeah, and adding a
Look
roof.
at that. That'd be cute.
But here's
Good
this
idea.
one. It's fun because you can just choose like a really fun palette. I think you can get away with a lot of different colors too. Like if you get tired of traditional Christmas colors, you could
Yep.
throw in a yellow house. You could throw in you could throw in any color house and then still decorate it for the season. But so fun, and I love that each house is kind of its own little thing. You can have fun with the like one, set it aside, then make another one, have fun with that, and we just like this one is showing all the different so there's different backgrounds and stuff that you can like with the textures in the stamp set. So this brick you can repeat all over the background. You can stripe it, stamp in some of the window and door details. There's just also this is for the texture on the trees. There's all sorts of ways to go about playing with this. This one we just went with like a more simplistic like Scandinavian look, like omitted the little snow caps and stuff on the roof and things. So there's all sorts of
had
fun
an
ways
idea.
to play. What's
I
that?
just had an idea. I don't know if Jennifer remembers this, but probably like 10 years ago, out of felt, I sewed a little book that it had like a house on it with a little door in the front. You
Yeah.
could totally cut felt
Oh my gosh.
with these guys and
Yes.
make a
Yes.
little book.
You absolutely could.
Oh,
Okay,
I
that
like
would
it.
be.
That'd be adorable.
I love it.
I love it.
I think you should do that, Christina.
I might have to.
Here we
Oh,
just
it's
made
a
a shaped card.
card.
So
Yay.
very classic. This is great. So if you don't have time to make a whole neighborhood,
Cute.
you can just make Jennifer's house, just one house over there.
By itself.
While we're
That
all
looks
in this
great out
neighborhood.
of the movie Elf.
It does,
does.
right?
Yeah.
Hope you find your
Looks like
dad.
it's from Elf.
And then this one, we just took the shape and put it on a traditional, 4¼ by 5½. So you certainly could do that as well, and it just kind of does this full bleed house on there. So
buddy. Hope you
so
find your
fun.
dad.
Yep.
Thanks.
And
Wait, what is it? Thanks. Oh, was it the
the
narwhal? Was
narwhal.
that
The
the one?
narwhal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thank
that's
you,
narwhal.
right.
narwhal.
Thanks.
So what I liked, there's a couple things that I really liked about this one, and I've started to play with it. I like that. See how the doors, there's a rounded top door and a regular door. And then the stamp set lets you stamp the details in as opposed to like die cutting more pieces to layer. So you can
Right.
get more interest in it by stamping. And then also
Absolutely.
you can easily add like flowers next to the door or like a sun up above the house if you want a non-holiday house. So this is
Absolutely.
another one that you can use all year round too.
How dang cute would it be if you made all the houses like kind of like more neutral colors and they're all together as an accordion and you give it as a gift and there's like Velcro on all the different pieces. So you've got flowers throughout the year you can put up. You can do like a little pumpkin for Halloween and
Oh my
Thanksgiving.
gosh.
You could change all
Yes.
the houses all year round. It'd be
I
adorable.
love it. 4
Christina's
seasons.
going to be busy.
I love it. This would be super fun
Right?
too. Like, so as a team, we wanted to do one where everybody kind of made their own. But
Yeah.
for those of you in the chat, if you host any kind of like little holiday gatherings, cut out a bunch of like base pieces and a bunch of like
Yeah.
different things, and then have your non-crafty friends that or friends that think they're not crafty, have them over and create like this would be so fun to create with. And everybody knows what a house kind of is supposed to look like, right? So
Yeah.
like anyone who's even not like a seasoned crafter could come over and
Sure.
like create with you. And like I think that would be a super fun holiday crafts like gathering, like after dinner or something, you know, just or if you have little kids like coming over, grandkids, nieces, nephews, this would be a super fun little, I mean, you could do gingerbread style, like you cut these
Yeah,
out in
I'd
gingerbread
see Christina
house
doing
I
colors.
was
that.
about to say. I was about to say
Yeah.
like last year's when I turned it into a
Yep.
gingerbread house. It's gonna have a
Yes.
gingerbread again.
Yes.
Now, what we
Absolutely.
should do is with our little crafty friends, like we each come up with, can you put us all by each other? We each make our, like design a house and make 6 of the exact same. And then we send them to each other and then we can glue all the different houses together and we'd
Okay.
have all of our
You're
houses.
giving me more and more homework, Jennifer.
Ah!
No, we're doing
Like
that.
this is,
We're doing that.
I
And
love this.
Kathy
That is
Zilski, we got to get Dana, we got to get everybody in on this. And we'll have a neighborhood of all of our houses.
yes. I think it's so fun. I think it's like there's a lot like obviously there's endless possibilities with this. So
Kathy Zielski's will look like the Colin house from Twilight.
I just did you know I went to Forks, Washington this
You did?
summer? I did, and I
Why?
actually bought Kathy a Christmas. Because I'm a Twilight junkie. No, not really. No, I was actually just there. I went with an old college friend, and we went to Seattle, and then we drove out to the coast, and we stayed in Forks. And I actually bought
Random.
Kathy a Christmas ornament of the Forks Welcome to Forks sign or whatever that they have in the movie, I guess.
She loves that movie
it's-
and I cannot
Yeah,
stand it.
I don't know if I sent it to her or not. It might be sitting at my desk, so I need to make sure I send that. Is Kathy in the chat?
My favorite.
Did I?
Well,
She
I don't
was.
know. People were talking about her.
Okay.
My favorite story about Twilight is that back in the day, I was working at Stamp It Up, and I had read Twilight. I think only 2 books were out at the time, or maybe even just the one. I read it, and I was like, "This is so good." I was like in the hype, right? It was before it got popular, so I went into work and I told the team, "I'm like, you guys, I know it sounds really weird, but I read a vampire book," and they're like, "What?" And they're like, "Whatever." I'm like, "No," you need to read it. It's so good." And they completely forgot about it. And then 6 months goes by, and then they come in. They're like, "You guys, I read the best book. It's about vampires." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
You're so ahead of
months
you were
ago.
ahead of the trend. You were very ahead.
Well, it's
That
so
is so
funny.
funny. It's crazy.
Kathy and I are like very similar in our interests and dislikes. Like, you know, we don't like people, but we like crafting. Like we have but that is one place we just, I think they're the world's worst movies and she will watch them over and over.
I love it. I love it.
I
I've seen
remember
in the chat,
watching it
like-
for the first time, and when it was over and it started the credits started
Credits.
rolling, I'm going like It's over? This is what people are talking about? Terrible. See?
It's so melodramatic and like everything's so blue. Like it's like the blue filter in that movie is crazy. In the chat, people are going. Saying "Hoa Hoa." I don't know if you guys know this, but the song that's throughout the whole movie, like "Hoa Hoa Hoa." Yeah. So our project manager Melanie, it's actually her birthday today, and she's a huge Twilight fan, and so Jen, one of our designers, puts up like a birthday sign for everybody's birthday, and it says "Hoa Hoa birthday" instead of "Happy birthday." So that made me laugh that in the chat people are saying "Hoa Hoa," and I didn't know what that meant until very recently.
It starts to cool down, and we get autumn cool weather, and I'm like, it's Hoa Hoa weather.
You guys lost me.
I love it.
You've lost me. You've lost me.
Love it.
I see a lot of people in the comments aren't fans either, so it's not just me.
Yeah. But
It's a you have to love to hate.
So, yeah. We watched it with my 14-year-old recently because he's like, what is it all about? And I was like, you just got to watch it. And then again, the credits started rolling. He's like, what was that? So you're not alone, Jennifer.
I had the same experience when I tried to explain the brilliance of Napoleon Dynamite to my nephews.
That's good.
And then we watched it, and I was like, this isn't as funny as I remember. And then I realized it was funny because I was in college in Idaho. And my friends and I, we went to see it like 4 times in the theater. And it's not that it's funny every time you watch it. It's funny to watch other people experience it for the first time.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Funny. We did that recently with my kids. Did you know? Okay, so the Heater twins, John Heater and his twin brother, were in the industrial design program with me at BYU when Napoleon Dynamite was coming out. And they talked like that. They talked like that nonstop, like in that Napoleon Dynamite voice. And before Napoleon Dynamite came out, so I was like, they are so annoying. Like they kept like just because I'm like, what is this voice they keep doing? And then that summer, Napoleon Dynamite came out, and I was like, I have kids in my program at school, like, and that's the voice he's been using the whole time.
I love it.
There you go.
I love it.
No, that's good.
Anyway,
like
we've gotten off track here.
Yeah, always
Jennifer, what do you?
This is what always happens with us. Well, I was gonna. I just was gonna show how the houses
was that
go.
all of the C9 release? Was that all?
That was all the C9 release. Yeah, there was a lot. Okay. That was it.
Cool.
Do you have to go, Kristina, or can you stay?
No, I can stick around for a little bit.
Aw, she loves us, Greg.
Mm-hmm.
I knew we'd get her to stay.
I just wanted to show my thoughts on what I'm putting together with the houses, because somebody asked how you connect them, and I thought I'd just show that real quick. And then I was going to make a pretty quick Santa card that has that arch pop-up technique to it. Did you want to show something, Greg, with the Santa, or no? Did you say something you were going to show the masking or something? You don't have to.
I don't have anything prepared.
No, it's fine. I misunderstood you then. I misunderstood you. Mike, can you put me up here so that I can? There we go. Okay. I just wanted to, what's the name of this set again, Greg?
It is the Yuletide Lane. Wait, this way?
It's like the Brady Bunch.
High five. High five. We're going to make it so nobody can pay attention. Sorry, Jennifer.
I need to put you next to each other so you can actually high five. So this is
us.
No, he won't. He'll mute me before he mutes you guys. So this is that Yuletide Lane die set, and some people asked about how it connects. So the die is like this, and it has a little flap that it cuts like this here. So all you have to do is you can connect as many as you want, but I'll put glue on this flap here and then connect the next one to it.
It's like
that way,
house.
I'm going to line it up, and then I'll put something heavy on it while it dries, because I want it to line up, because I'm going to do a fold out thing here. So let me put a magnet on it. Where are my magnets? Here we go. So I'll put my magnet on it. So all you have to do is glue the flaps together. Another thing you could do is, like this one here, look at, I stamped Christina's
Hey,
background
look
on
at
it.
that.
Oh, I
And
love
I
it.
thought that
I
would be
love it.
fun with the house on, just to add some kind of funky look to it. So
Yeah.
the other thing you can do is take that flap and glue it around just a piece of a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch piece of white cardstock, so that the front of the card opens like that. So that's
Cute.
another way. And then of course you could do where like Greg showed, where it was actually a shaped card by gluing 2 of them together. I mean, in that case, what I would do is take this one with the flap. Let me move this so you can see better. This one with the flap here. I'd take another one. I could cut this flap off on this one. And then lay this behind it, glue that flap back, and then you have a shaped card. So there are many different ways you could do this, or you could just glue this on the front of your card. Greg showed a lot of those, but I was getting started here, and we were talking about unique color combinations. So I was making, this is what, and remember I said you could stamp the doors, the detail, and the brick. I was making this little neighborhood here. So it's Lake House and Tide Pool, I think. Artichoke, and what's that green? What is that? What's that green,
new
Greg?
one?
Is that pistachio?
The new
Pistachio.
one. Pistachio.
Pistachio.
And then
Yep.
wildberry and briar rose. And I thought that was like, and what I'll do is like, here I put some of the artichoke color to tie it together. I put some of
Yeah.
the wildberry and briar rose on here. So on this one, I'm going to do the string of lights. So there is a string of lights in here that you can have go across, or you could do the Mary. And I would make sure that pulls in some, on this house, it pulls in some of the blues and the berry colors. So you have a little bit of it on each, a little bit of each color. You can also put the door offset and put windows to right to the side of it. All kinds of things that you can do with this. And you can see some of the examples on the back. And you have a ton of examples on the website. I used
Yes.
glitter, white glitter paper. This is Moonstone from Altenew. I use that for the
Nice.
snow. And then for this door that will be on the front, I made it so it opens up, and I'm going to add a little tree in there. So
Cute.
I'll take one of these trees. I'll probably take this one
Oh, that's awesome. I love
and
it.
cut it smaller, and have him be in there and put some little ornaments on it using that
That's
same
so cute.
die. So
How cute
these
would
are
it be
things.
if you had pictures of people in your family?
Aw.
That would be
That's
so
what we
cute.
need to. Wait, that's what we need to do for our neighborhood. Your door opens up and it's you.
Little pop-ups. Oh, yeah.
And then we'll all have, like, we'll have Kristina in this one, Greg in this one, and then we can have
I love
all
it.
of our. We all have time to do
There
this
you
kind
go.
of thing, but we're
Yeah,
doing
this
it.
is happening. It's happening.
And then the other thing that I really appreciated about this set is, so like to do the door, there are 2 dies and they just layer together. So one is a little bit bigger than the other. So I cut the bigger from white, the smaller from the color, and they just glue on top. For the windows, there's a solid rectangle and circle, and then the one with the panes, and you just glue them together. So I did the solid from vellum, and then the one with the lines from white cardstock, and that way I can add them to my card easily. So there are just a lot of different ways you could use this, but what I liked about this is I've got a lot of like really complicated, involved house die sets. There's a simplicity to this that you can make it simpler and faster if you want to, or you can step it up, and I loved it. Like for the wreath, like this was smart. There's the base for the wreath, and I cut that from artichoke. And then I cut from grasshopper these 2, and you just glue one on, and you have a layered wreath. So it's not as involved. So it just,
Those designers, they're so smart.
I know. And then
And this is-
there's trees. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, those are the things too, though. Like we actually do a design review every day. Just it's usually just kind of a standing meeting. We don't. They're not very long, but those are the types of things. Like when Jen and Julie, and if I'm designing anything, like we come together, and like those are the types of ideas that come out where it's like, could we make that simpler by doing this, or like how could we, and it's kind of fun. That's where like that nice like mind meld kind of thing can happen. But
Yeah.
and that's where that kind of idea came from.
So I was going to do this one as a 3 houses. I have to I'll finish it off screen and I'll share the photos on my blog. But to do the trio, you just have this panel here and you put this on and you cut that one off unless you want to keep going and have more. So let me just fold this up. Hold on. So wait a second. Joop. It's going to fold this way. Wrap it. I've got a hair. I'm losing my hair. Goodness gracious. So that will wrap around the back, and then you will have a trifold. And one thing you can do is leave an empty space up here where you write your personal message, or you can leave this whole thing blank if you wanted to. But I like the trifold.
What if it was your family photo for the year and it was cut out like the house?
Okay.
So like they
I love
open the card,
Kristina-
and then the third panel is your family
There we
photo.
go. I should do
I love
that because I actually
Kristina's
have a
aha
family photo
moments.
this year.
I love it.
There you go.
And then
I
maybe like in all of the windows, there's like little cats peeking out.
Well, he has
Okay,
a little
Morbius
cat
house.
dive from the shelf set. What was that shelf set
It's
called?
true.
Yes.
So
I think it's called On the Shelf.
yeah,
Really,
and there's
really
a cat in it.
dynamic name, On the Shelf.
Hey, it works. And then I was going to make a traditional red house too. So got lots of
cute.
things in the works, but I just wanted to show. Look at this wreath, though. I mean, isn't that cute?
And that would be great
know
to
what,
just
Greg?
put on a card, like a simple card.
Yep.
You could just put that on there, you know?
You know what, Greg?
What's that,
You
Kristina?
really missed an opportunity to have a little standalone little add-on die set where it's just candies. So you can put it on like it was a gingerbread house and you're putting all the candies on it.
Little peppermint discs and like little gumdrops. And that would be super cute, actually. Yeah,
Okay.
I love it.
Or maybe you give your young child a hot glue gun and some candy and they glue it onto the paper house. Sounds dangerous.
That sounds like Christmas crafting at the Cottrell House for sure.
Madness. Okay.
All right, let's do the Santa. What are you doing with the Santa?
Okay,
Jennifer?
I'm gonna do. We're gonna figure that out. I wanted to show how easy the Santa was to make, and then I'm gonna make him kind of pop out on the front of a card. I think maybe we're gonna try
I
it.
think that would be really cool.
Okay, so I went ahead and die cut mine from white cardstock, and this is big. This is like 6 inches tall. So he
Yeah,
would
it
look
runs
great.
off of a card.
Yep. He would look great on the front of a 5x7 card too. But keep in mind, if you want a smooth card, you can just use the stencils alone to make a card. You ink the background and then you add the face, and all this remains white. So you could do a 1-layer card and just stamp a sentiment in it. But I wanted to have him cut out today. So the stencils there's also a striped stencil included. So you could flip it over and do like a plaid. But I'm just going to do the Santa. So I like to start with the hat. And I'm going to do this quickly to show you that it's pretty easy to do. And because Kristina's here, I have to use Poppy.
Of course you do. It's the best red. The only red.
Kristina has a thing with Poppy. Do you want to tell people about your
Oh my
winter
gosh.
retreat? What
At this
happened with
point,
it?
It's like Concord and Ninth lore.
Yep,
So
it's true.
almost a year ago. I guess it was just in January. It seems like it was so long ago. At the winter retreat, we all played a little game where it was like March Madness bracket, where we were narrowing down different colors from the C9 color family, coming with the ultimate color. You know, I mean, it's not for real. We weren't really getting rid of colors, but we were pretending we were. And in the very first round, you guys threw out Poppy. And I was like, how can you do that? Because Poppy is like a staple color. I mean, as card makers.
Do you remember what it was going up against, though? Do you remember what it was up against? Because that was the hard part of that game, was it's like, oh, we have 2 winners that are going up against each other, and one has to go. And that, I'm
I think it
also
was
a Poppy fan.
Wildberry.
That's when I learned, though, that Wildberry took it all. It won the whole bracket. But
Yep.
I didn't.
Everybody
That was when I
liked
learned you were such a Poppy fan. And then,
Well, I've always
what did you
loved
do
it.
after that?
You know.
You showed up like the last
so-
day or doing?
Well, first of all, I have to give you my justification because if you think about it, as card makers, we thrive at basically 2 times a year. A third birthdays, but I'm not going to count that. 2 times a year. We thrive. We are living our best life at what? The holidays and Valentine's Day. Those are when people use cards. That's where they send cards. You cannot do those holidays without red. I mean, I'm sure you could, but like really, come on now. So we played that game. And then the next day or so, we got to show some bonus cards that we'd made for a different challenge. So I took it upon myself to make a card out of all Poppy supplies. Only Poppy ink, only Poppy cardstock, only Poppy. Like I went to the archives of the C9 supplies and I found Poppy red glitter paper that they don't even sell anymore. I used some of that. It was Poppy on Poppy on Poppy. You know what?
She went all in.
Mm-hmm. And then
She did.
summer camp, lo and behold, Poppy is one of the cabin colors. So I'm thinking, well, obviously, I'm going to be the cabin counselor for the Poppy cabin. And was I? No.
Nope.
Who was? JC. JC was fine. He's lovely. And I forgave Greg. But
We did Kristina so dirty. We did you so dirty. I'm so sorry.
But I did make a T-shirt for JC to wear at the end of camp, and it was red. I can't remember what it said. It did just say Poppy is the best color. Is that all what it said? I can't remember. But
well, no, you made one that said it was Laura Basson. Remember, she like snapped at him during the game.
Oh, that's right.
And so the Poppy, it was a Poppy T-shirt, the color, but you put something on. Just say color. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just say it was a color.
That's so great.
So this is all from Winter Retreat, which is one of the, it's such a fun event. Somebody asked earlier, when is Winter Retreat this year?
So it is a little earlier. We were end of February last year, and then we're actually going to span the end of January into the 1st or 2nd of February. So it's that weekend that's, I can't remember the dates off the, well, I have a phone. I can tell you guys exactly when real quick. It is going to be Friday, January 30th through Sunday, February 1st. And Kristina's going to be instructing. Jennifer's going to be co-hosting. It's going to be so fun. And we'll be announcing some more stuff regarding Winter Retreat soon. I believe that registration starts in October. So if you went last year...
Until you put glue all over him.
Yeah, he was a mess up. He had a bit, it looked like he was bleeding. There was some red ink down on the bottom, so I covered him up.
Sorry to interrupt.
Good use of your... No, that's good use of your scrap there. But yeah, so Winter Retreat will be a little bit earlier this year. It'll be actually more in the middle of winter, which is kind of fun. And we had a decent turnout last year, and we're excited to see if more people want to come this year. It's a summer camp-like experience in that you're getting a ton of really cool products and great instruction. Is that marmalade?
It's yeah, it's a scrap piece of cardstock that I'm going to put glitter on.
Is that a piece of marmalade?
It is.
Oh no!
I can't use marmalade anymore.
Now you're doing me dirty. You know that's very polarizing.
Yes.
But yeah, if you enjoy summer camp, oh my gosh, now all I see is marmalade. If you enjoy summer camp, I was saying Winter Retreat is a similar experience, and it's kind of fun. Like, I know this year a lot of people are traveling a little bit less, or maybe being a little more just like things like that. So if you're looking for a fun type of getaway without having to like have all the expenses of getting away, Winter Retreat is an awesome opportunity. It's also that time of year too where a lot of people are like cozied up and like more homebound and things. So yeah, so hopefully you guys want to join us. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of me and Jennifer and Kristina and some other friends. So
I love what you're doing here, Jennifer. You need to do some little swirls.
I'm just kind of scribbling. You can do swirls or whatever. I'm kind of doing scribbles because, I don't know.
Oh, man.
Just trying.
I'm just sweating until that marmalade leaves the screen. we got hassled.
Marmalade, Greg.
We got hassled. We got hassled when we had to get rid of it. We don't have it anymore. So people got really upset.
Bad.
I know.
I know. Marmalade ink over there. Mm-hmm.
I know. It's a very strong orange, isn't it?
That's why
Is it
I'm using it as scrap paper, because if I use it, people get very bothered because it's not available
can't get
anymore.
it. Yeah.
Ooh,
So I
Lorraine
just
asked Lorraine asked a provocative question. Which would you toss out, poppy or marmalade? I would have to
Marmalade.
toss marmalade. I already tossed out marmalade, so
Marmalade's gone.
oh, poor thing.
So what I
You
know,
did
guys,
is,
I hate to do it, but I'm gonna have to bounce.
that's
Okay.
okay.
I'm gonna have to head out, but I don't want to leave because you guys are so fun.
We're not that fun.
Well,
we really aren't.
Let's just do it again sometime.
Yeah, I'll go for that.
Okay.
All right, I will see you all later. Have fun. I can't wait to see
See you,
this
Kristina.
Santa when he's all finished.
Love you.
We'll see you
It's
guys
really
later.
cute.
Love you. Bye.
See you,
Bye.
Christina.
All right, does that?
Okay,
oh,
I'm
look at-
loving
she's
what you're
just a
doing
white
there,
dot.
Jennifer.
So what I did is I just scribbled with liquid adhesive all over the white parts. And then I sprinkled on the Tim Holtz Distress Rock Candy in the fine version. And what happens is the glue dries clear, and this is clear, and this is what you end up with. It's just sparkly. Now you could make...
And that swirl that you did there, I mean, like, it's very, like, random and things, but, like,
Yep.
it looks like you stamped, or like, and it looks like there's more to it than what you just did. Like, that's really cool.
And I did just random. You could just do some fluffs, or you can spread the glue around, and so it's solid. But I just thought that was...
I love it.
I wish
love what
you could...
did.
I love rock
No,
candy,
you can-
because the rock candy is great because it's clear, and so it doesn't like add an iridescent color. It's just like sugar, you know?
Yeah.
So-
I love it.
Somebody
Well, and
asked
watching
what
it
Go ahead.
yeah, while Christina and I were talking and you were stenciling, like, you guys probably all saw how quickly that comes together, and I just love that. Like, it's really not a lot of stenciling, but it creates like this really big, impactful Santa head. So it's kind of fun.
Yep. So somebody asked about the skin tone. I did nectar, and then I put a little bit of wheat just to kind of make it a bit not as bright, I guess. And then for the shadow areas, shadow and the nose, I did grapefruit. For the cheeks, I did pink lemonade. But if you want a darker skin tone, wheat with a little bit of nutmeg is gorgeous too. So I think just mix the colors to get whatever skin tone you want to get. Okay, so I thought I would make this into one of those... Oops, I'm throwing things around here. I'm going to set the one that's drying aside. Is that the one that's drying? Yeah. And I'm going to make one of those Archie kind of cards like I did earlier on my video earlier. Where did that? So like we're going to do this thing and have the Santa on the front. And I'm going to make my card bigger because he's bigger. So again, if you want to see how I did this, it's from my video earlier. I just thought I would do another version. I talk in the video about how you want a heavyweight acetate for this. You can buy heavyweight acetate, but also like look at packaging that you have, because this was from an embossing folder and that would work. And try whatever acetate you have and see if it works for this technique.
Just something that's rigid, right? You need something that holds its shape.
Yes, yes. So like the thin, clear packaging that's like our stamps come in, that wouldn't work. It needs to be heavier weight than that. So I'm gonna cut a piece to be, I'm gonna do about 6.5 by, let's make it wide this time because I'll do by 4. My card is going to end up being an A6 card because I thought the Santa worked really well on an A6 card. So an A6 card that I do is 4.5 by 6.25. If you want the dimensions to do this technique for a regular A2 card, check out my video I put up earlier. But I'm making this 4.5 wide, so my acetate piece will be scored a little bit different than what I did in my video earlier. So again, this is 6.5 by 4, and this could be bigger, taller, or shorter. It could be 3 or 5, it doesn't matter. but I thought 4 would be a good one for this. Now I'm going to do a score line at 1 inch from each end. And you'll see acetate, like it doesn't score wonderfully. I don't know, can you see it? But it puts a line there. You got to put a little bit of muscle into it. And then I'm going to fold that with my fingers. Now, if I were to make this into a card base, I would lay this down and run my bone folder across it to really reinforce that fold. But we don't want a super strong fold. We just want it to be...
Because you want it to have that bounce up.
Yes, yes. So I'm going to just fold along that line. So we have these 2 flaps on the side. Here, I'll bring out marmalade so you can better see it. See how
Stop
it's like...
it.
I don't know. If
I might have to go somewhere all of a sudden too. Kristina and I are going to go to lunch, so you know.
Here, I'll get out a piece of peacock so you can see better. Hold on. Can you see it better? So it's...
Yes.
You have
Much
these
better.
1-inch flaps. All right, now, so between the fold lines on mine is 4.5. So I cut this piece. I have 2 pieces. One is cut to 4.5 by 6.25, and then I have one that's cut slightly smaller. This is going to be the background of our card, the one that's cut slightly smaller. You could do stenciling on here, any stenciling, any stamping, but I'm just going to leave it plain just for some simplicity to this card. So what's going to happen is this will get wrapped around that piece. So we need some strong double-sided tape here. I don't recommend liquid adhesive because it will just take way too long to dry on that acetate. So I'm using...
And is that Aqua Sky that you're using?
Yes. Yeah, because that's what I always use.
Aqua Sky is a great alternative, though, too, to like to a red and green. Like if you're doing a more playful card like this. I love that Aqua Sky and Poppy, like the red. That's a great combo.
And you can throw in parsley if you want like a bright green with it. I thought about putting a little holly thing on his hat, and that would bring in that green color, but in the end I decided to just go with simple. I wanted to show that this technique can be done quickly, and I love that Santa was so fast to stencil.
I love things that are large and impactful, but quick. Like they don't have to take a long time. Yeah.
Yep. So I have this like acetate table, and I'm going to lay it down so the flaps are sticking up towards the camera. I will lay my Aqua Sky piece, which is slightly smaller than 4.5 by 6.25. Try to center it in there and fold the flaps back.
Nice.
So when you press it, you're going to get this, because of the memory of that acetate, you're going to get it arching like that. Okay, and it will stand up on its own, but I'm going to actually make it stand up even better in just a moment. Okay, so now we want to add some more to the back of this. So who discontinued that beautiful color? There's some marmalade happening here.
Jennifer, how dare you? I didn't mean to, guys. I will say. We had to either rerun a huge order of marmalade, and nobody bought it. But the people who did buy it, I am sorry, and thank you for buying it. Maybe someday we will come out with another bright orange that looks like a traffic cone color.
That's so funny.
No,
it's a bright orange.
It is bright. It's bright.
Okay, so this is on the back side. I put more tape on the flaps. You have these 2 flaps here and some at the top and the bottom because we really want those flaps to stay secure in there. So make sure you use a glue that you trust. I wouldn't use tape runner here. Tape runner is just notoriously not as strong, and we're working against the force of that acetate. So double-sided tape is definitely a great option here. And all double-sided tapes are pretty strong. Okay, now this piece is... The piece that we put in here was a little bit smaller than 4.5 by 6.25, which is an A6 card. This is full size, 4.5 by 6.25. So my head's gonna go in the camera. Don't count my grays, Gregory. All right, so there we go. So basically I have a little trim of Aqua Sky all the way around. So I could have done white trim.
Impressive. How you lined that up. That's great.
I kind of liked the aqua sky with the aqua sky. So I could have done white around there. I probably should have, but whatever.
No,
so now you
I
have
love
this
that.
little arch and it flattens. So now we just need to add our Santa, and he's going to float. And so I'm not going to put tape all. We would just want to tape them onto the acetate. And I'm not going to put it across all of it. I'm only going to put it in the center area so that it
can
pops up.
Smart. I would have totally taped all over the back of him, and it would have been. I could see how he would like pull and pucker a little bit, and
he would end up being curved. Yeah. So now I'm going to lay this down, but I'm going to make it so that the bottom of his beard lines up with the bottom of the card, and that will help it to stand up even better. So I'm going to put this, let's see, like that. So now that's like another foot for it to stand on here.
Yeah.
And then,
Genius.
Now we could have stamped some of these sentiments before we did the glitter, but I thought I'd use Kristina's Merry Christmas.
Cute.
Another one that would work really well here is the Merry and Bright would work there, or the Joy that you have in the die set for the Santa. But I'm going to I wanted to throw a little bit of Kristina's in here too, so
love it.
I'm just going to use some foam tape here. But this will flatten and go into a regular envelope. And I did test this. I made one of these cards and I mailed it to somebody and I asked them, and it doesn't lose that pop, even going through the mail, because you really have to press that folded acetate to make it flat, and that's not happening. So it does keep that pop. So I'm going to add that right there. So you could see how doing stenciling in the background would be nice, but I just think it's fun.
But it keeps all the focus on Santa's face. I love it.
Yep. So you can, that flattens and then it pops up. Now I personally would write a personal message right on the back of it. You could put a piece of cardstock like I did on this one. I would write on the back, but if you want to, you can glue it to a card base. So you could glue it'd be hard to make a top folding 4 1/4 or 6 1/4 inch tall card because our paper's not that big. Yeah, so you could get creative, or you can put a smaller note card on the back. Just glue one on the back and it will stand up great like this. So you have the different options, but look at how much dimension you get with that floating there. Just pops out of the card.
And this is the type of card. This is the type of card I love, where no matter the age of the recipient, they're going to love that. Like a kid would love that. A 90-year-old would love that. Anybody in between. I just like, it's so. There's just something like about the movement and the playfulness of that is so fun. And the Santa head is like such a great image with that type of card.
You did a great job with the Santa.
Thank you. I'm thinking of all the different things now that I want to do this card base with. There's so many ideas floating in my head now.
I saw somebody say they want to see a snowman like this.
Okay, that would be cute. All right, stay tuned for Christmas 2026, I guess.
And a scarf, because it would be so fast to stencil too, because a lot of it would be white, right?
White. Yes. I love that idea. I'm making note of that, actually. Thanks.
I did. Somebody in the comment a while ago said that. Somebody asked how I would mail this. I would put this into a regular A6 envelope, and it will flatten. Now it will get that little oomph to it, but all I would do is take it to the post office and have them put the, what do you call it? The non-machinable stamp on it. Okay, so you can put a non-machinable stamp on it. Or if you put this in a rigid mailer, then it'll flatten in the mailer, but it'll still pop up. Yeah. So because there's no bulk to it, like when the mail person flattens it, it won't cost you more. But you want to do non-machinable. So
I love that it stands on its own. A penguin would be really cute too, because you have all the white. Oh,
penguin and an elf. Yeah,
a polar bear. How cute would a polar bear be with a scarf on, like the polar bear kind of thing?
See, okay, we need to do this, and
maybe there's a whole collection of Santa and Friends in these stencils.
It would be great.
I love it.
It would be
great. I love that.
So there we go.
I
Quick
love
card.
it. Oh my gosh. Really though? I mean, because like I know what it takes to explain and show a card, but like that took you really no time at all. And it's
Yeah.
such an impact. Yeah, I love it. And I love that it's like each one of those cards is a very different mood, but it's all the same like base technique that you've done there and stuff. Like
Yeah.
you've got that more
Yep.
the soft, sophisticated wreath over there, but then you've got these fun, like
Yep.
bright colors with Christina's stencil, and then the classics like Santa face. I mean, yeah, there's so many, and like you could do. I mean, you have there the Holly Jolly card that's that fun, like bold graphic style, but
Yep.
you could take a very traditional tree image from like anything that you have,
Yep.
and then it could become more of like, yeah, a different side of a Christmas tree. But
I also thought this would be nice. You could do this as a horizontal and have the acetate go this way, and you could have
Yeah.
like 3 of these trees kind
Yeah.
of popped up, and it would rest on it. This is the there we go, the triple step evergreen stamp. That's so fast to do because you just
Yeah, you
stamp
could do
each
that
one
really
on top of each
fast.
other.
yeah,
So good.
oh yeah, you can
So-
totally do that.
I really wanted to show this floating arch card technique because, you know, I know not everybody can buy new things, but that is a technique that you can do
Yeah.
with a variety of stamps, stencils, dies, whatever you probably already have on hand. So can you bring us next
Oh.
to each other again? We're going to do giveaways before we go. Is that all right?
Yeah, yeah. Is that all right with me? Yeah.
I'm going to give away something because, you know, I'm going to give away 2 things. So
What are
if
you
you
giving
want,
away?
you don't have to give anything away. I can give things away.
I'll give away. I'll give away something too.
You want to give away something?
Yeah, sure. I'll see what you're giving away, and then I'll give away something similar. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm like, somebody can get a card from me, and that's my giveaway. And then Jennifer's like, and I'm taking someone to Disneyland with me. I'm like, wait. So you go first. I don't know what Jennifer's giving away, everybody.
I don't know yet either. I just wing it.
Oh.
I just come up with something. That's just how I roll. I don't know. For your chance to win a giveaway, you just need to leave a comment in that chat. If you've left comments, you're eligible, and in a few minutes, Mike will pick a winner. One of the things that I've been giving away a lot lately is a gift card because I feel like we all love a gift card, right? So I'm going to give away a $50 Concord and Ninth gift card. How's that?
That's awesome. That's so nice.
It's
will
not
too.
Disneyland, but it's just as nice.
I'll do one too. I will match what Jennifer just did. So we'll have 2 winners. How about that?
Yay!
That's awesome.
I love it. I love it.
Should we give away a spot to win a retreat?
No.
Let's do that too.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling crazy. Just kidding.
You're the boss.
No,
You can do whatever
it's
you want, right?
It's Christmas. We're doing Christmas, so let's do a spot to winter retreat too.
Wait, roughly how much is Winter Retreat? This is a good giveaway.
It's about $300, which I know that sounds like a lot, but
But you get a
it is a ton of products. It's basically like an entire release, and then it's 2.5 days of fun. So, and think about it too, like we're like getting away, but also staying at home, but we're getting away together virtually.
Yeah.
So anyways, but yeah, so that would be
It's fun.
And then you'll be able to see me and Jennifer, and then also Christina and a few
Yep.
others that we'll announce at some point soon. But
And some of our shenanigans.
yes.
You know, there was somebody in the comments who said that they would die for a card from you. So you should give yourself more credit, Greg.
All right. Who said that? Because I can send them one.
I have some great cards from you. The last
Oh,
one you sent me was my favorite.
I don't know if you have that on hand, but you guys, I need, before Marmalade gets pulled out again, I better just tell this story. I had every intention last year. Our summer camp instructors, when I, sent them their payment for helping put on the event and stuff, I made a handmade card for each of them, and I was so happy with how they all turned out. I did them in their cabin colors and all that stuff. Well, this year, I had a bunch of things that, that I needed to send to the people who helped at summer camp, and no cards, no handmade cards. It was just the craziest summer ever. There's just a lot more going on this summer. Anyways, So I designed a card. I don't remember exactly what I said, but it was just a plain white card, and it said something like, "If you had to choose between getting paid or something, or like getting a
handmade
handmade
card.
card from me, I'm guessing you'd choose to get paid. Thanks for your help." And that
And
was it. And it was just
did you print it or did you have a stamp made?
no, it was just printed.
It was
So
printed. It looked like it was
but
stamped.
it was in a traditional 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card
Yep.
base and everything. But
It was just a
it was
white
it
card
was
base with black letters. It
it
was
was
hilarious.
all I could do this summer. Last year's were so elaborate. I think I used our moth inlay dye and like
Yes.
pieced everything back in.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then
I
this
have
year,
mine over here. Yeah.
yeah. But yes, so sometimes you
That was
just
an
do what you got
excellent-
to do.
That was excellent. That was excellent. I laughed so hard because it was like, I feel it. I feel it. I'm the same. All right. Do we have 3 winners, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay. Who wins the first $50 to Concord and 9th?
Angie Beamer.
Angie Beamer. Angie, if you go to my
Congrats,
website
Angie.
and email me, I will get you set up with that $50 gift card. And the next $50 gift card, which Greg is giving us, is for
Jerry McLean.
Jerry McLean.
All right. Congrats, Jerry.
J-E-R-I-E.
Okay.
And do you want to just have them all go to the same place and then I can connect with you? Like just have everybody contact you
Yep.
guys and then I'll
Yep.
connect.
So email me, Jerry also email me and we'll get you connected. And then the winner of the winter retreat spot is Jennifer McGuire.
I love it.
I'll be working, so
should be
I
there.
can't. Yeah, I'll be there. All right, who is the winner, Mike?
I really want to make sure I don't say this name wrong.
Oh, he's always worried about names.
Starts with an F. There, that one right there.
Felicita Johnson.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Felicita Johnson.
Felicia.
It's what F.
Felicita.
There you go.
Sorry.
All right.
Put them all in the chat right now.
Congratulations. It'll
So
be so
go to my-
fun.
Yeah, Johnson.
Yes, we'll put those names in the chat. Go ahead and email us on my website, and I'll get you connected. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you, Greg.
I will put
Yeah, thank you for having me. This was so fun. We always say this, we're like, we should do this so much more, and we should. We should do this more. But
Summer was
thanks
hectic
having
for
me.
us.
It was hectic, but we made it through summer, ready for a new season, right?
Yeah. So maybe we
So-
could do this in October.
Yeah, I'm all for it. So I finally figured out the camera situation, my microphone
Yeah, it looks
situation.
good.
I'm ready to go. So no,
Yay.
this has been fun. Thank you so much.
Good.
And
Good.
It's been fun to see everybody in the chat, and I love, everybody's just always so kind, and I just
Yep.
love that about this industry. We just have a good time, and that's what it's all
Yep.
about. So
It was fun hearing, like, from your point of view, all the products. I just think it's great. I think it's great because you guys put a lot of thought into your products.
we
Like
love,
the wreath.
we are very passionate about it. The wreath is so fun. Jen Ward designed that one.
If you watch my video from earlier, I show that they put a line on the back of the wreath die so you know how it lines up and you don't have to keep rotating until you figure it out. It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
It's
So
just
well
those
done.
little
So-
things. So
Yes,
we just
it is.
we want to make crafting fun and not frustrating. So that's the goal.
We get frustrated with other things, so we need the crafting to be
Yeah,
relaxing, right?
crafting is supposed to be fun. So
Yeah. Well, thank you for being here.
thank you. And thank you everybody in the chat. It was so fun to just meet up with y'all today. So let's do it again.
I put the winners in the description and pinned it, so double check.
Yep.
Just don't want anybody to miss great giveaways. So
There we go. So the names,
Felicita
if you're,
Johnson, she said, "I'm supposed to be working, but I'm watching this live." LOL. Hey, then it was worth it because
See?
make sure you get those days off for winter retreat.
yes, you need those days off. Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much. I'm going to go hang out with Lila for a bit.
All right.
All right. Well,
And I'm
thank
gonna
you
go
all.
see, I'm
Thank
gonna
you,
go see
Greg.
if the team's working. So
Go crack that whip.
yeah, you know me. You know me. Thanks,
Well,
Jennifer.
thank you, everyone. And we'll see you again very soon. Take care. Are you turning it off, Mike?
Yes,
He loves to do this. He just waits.
Bye.
See ya.